Hi, I'm Brian Friedman, one of City Search's scouts here in Philadelphia, and today we're going to be using Philly's most famous sandwich as an excuse to explore all the great meat and cheese that this city has to offer that's not being used in a cheesesteak. Philadelphia, honestly, might be most famous of all for its cheesesteak, but we have such an unbelievably exciting food scene here. I'm really excited to share it with you today and start exploring. We have a ton of eating to do today, a lot of rich food. I've been fasting for a week before we started today's shoot. Why don't we get started on our exceptionally heart-healthy tour? We're here at Downtown Cheese in the Reading Terminal Market with senior cheesemonger Seth Kalkstein. Now, Seth and I have known each other for a little while, and Seth has forgotten more about cheese than most people will ever know. He's passionate about it. It's amazing. I always like coming here and just snacking for a few hours before getting my order. So Seth, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Brian.
We're actually here today to taste some cheeses and taste some meats that both could work on a cheesesteak and are also great on their own. So what do you have for us?
This is a raw milk cheese. Right here, we have the Ossoliarati.
Wow, it's so creamy. After you swallow the cheese and you breathe out of your nose, it's almost like when it's gonna sound like a really bad Hallmark card, but like when you're walking through a meadow or something, it's very clean and refreshing. How good would this be on mac and cheese?
Absolutely excellent.
Yeah. So what do we have next?
This is a very special ham. This ham comes from a special breed of pig called the Iberian pig.
So how much is this?
Do you have $159 to spare for a pound?
Why is it so dark?
It's a different breed of pig. It's more closely related to the wild boar.
Okay.
This ham is aged for 5 years.
5 years?
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to really make it a lot darker as well.
Yes.
You have a certificate of authenticity for this, right? I mean, these
there
things
is.
Are so in demand.
There is indeed a certificate of authenticity.
And this basically says only Seth is allowed to handle this and nobody else make eye contact. All right, so this looks completely different to me than any prosciutto or speck or anything I've had. Why is it so moist?
Well, it's moist actually because of the fat marbling that you see go through it.
Okay, I mean, you can see that shimmering, right? I mean, it's beautiful. It's catching the light. Shall we?
Yes, we shall.
All right, here, both of us. I'm not doing this alone. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh my God. It's deeply savory in the way that some truffles are, in the way that, like you said, soy sauce. This is
some really aged Parmigianos, if you want to compare it to a cheese.
But almost more so than that, right?
Oh, much more so than a Parmigiano.
Easily one of the best meats or porks or animal products I've ever had in my entire life. You've ruined me for the next time I have any kind of pig product. So
golden
thank you for
handcuffs.
that. Yeah, no kidding, golden handcuffs. Seth, thank you. It's been a real treat as always.
Thank you very much.
Cheers with the ham.
Cheers.
Jewel looks pretty full. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're going to do? Because I've never milked a cow before, so I'm a little bit nervous.
We're pushing them for quality milk for cheese making. There you go, you're getting some.
I'm milking the cow.
You're milking the cow. Look at that, it's official. Tomorrow morning I need you here at 5:30.
Done. All right, so we're here with Sue Miller in the cheese aging facility, and unfortunately, smell doesn't come through the camera, but I'm telling you, this is everything I was hoping it would be. We're standing here in front of the very early stages of development of both the fat cat, those are the large ones, and the red cat, the small ones. I'm a little bit obsessed with the red cat, so this to me is kind of like holy ground here.
You're gonna get an earthiness, a grassiness, this mushroomy quality that really comes through in that cheese. Richer, meatier, denser. They're a little bit pungent, classified as stinky cheeses.
Right. The whole language of the cheese world, I think, is a little bit counterintuitive. I mean, anywhere else in life, if you say, oh, that's really stinky, you sort of shy away from it. With cheese people, you say, it's stinky. Where? Where is it?
Yes.
So we're here at Tallulah's Garden, one of the top restaurants in Philadelphia, and we're here with Jenna Sinclair Nicholas, the cheesemonger here. Jenna, first of all, you handle one of the top cheese selections, not just in the city, but in the region. How many cheeses do you work with?
Between 35 and 40 on a daily basis. Great, it's really something.
Oh, wow. You feel that spice on the tongue? at the end of that exhale, I'm getting that mushroom and the funkiness. I mean,
Exactly.
this is like 360 degrees of cheese here.
Yeah.
It's chalky, but it's creamy. It's spicy, but it's minty.
If you close your eyes and breathe out, you can see and taste and smell the farm.
If you keep your eyes closed, I will eat all of this. What are we going to be making tonight?
Some cow. We got some crispy veal sweetbreads,
Okay.
as well as some braised egg. They're good to go. You can drop them in there, and right along with the sweetbread, get a good fry on them. Stick it on the towel. I love herbs, so
So what is that? Parsley?
parsley, chervil, tarragon, just kind of all glazed up in jus,
Beautiful.
and then good stuff.
All right. This proves, yet again, that it's the so-called less fancy or prestigious cuts of meat that are always the best. It coats the tongue, but it still is light. Unbelievable stuff. Chef, thank you so much for joining us today. This was phenomenal. All right, so we're here at Bibu on South 8th Street. This isn't just one of the best restaurants in Philadelphia, but one of the best restaurants anywhere in the region, probably even beyond there. And we're here with Chef Pierre Calmel, who co-owns the restaurant with his wife Charlotte. So we're gonna be having bone marrow today. Tell me about bone marrow, because I think that scares a lot of people when they hear that.
It's something a bit different. We all know the traditional bone marrow as a tube. You dig with a spoon, you put it on bread with a salt, you have your salad on the side.
Right.
So here we try to bring the classic but with a twist. So I'm using veal marrow,
Okay.
veal bone, so it's a femur. We're gonna start with the mushroom. You know, the mushroom, the soft mushroom, they need to be cut nice dice, doing well. And after we're gonna saute them in butter. Okay, so when the mushroom are sauteed in butter, you have to put seasoning, of course, at the beginning.
Salt, pepper.
Salt, pepper. Nothing extra, nothing crazy.
Okay.
Basic. And after we're gonna put the shallots and the garlic. So inside the same, just no color to them, just to sweat them and to give the extra flavor to it. Okay, mix everything together, and when this is mixed, we're gonna add the chopped marrow inside
Okay.
and the fresh breadcrumb. And finish with fresh parsley, just for the color
Okay.
and the flavor.
It'll brighten up all those richer, darker
Yes.
flavors. Okay.
So now we can put the marrow inside,
That's a big portion. Beautiful.
and this just in the oven
Okay.
for 10-15 minutes.
Perfect.
Here, the bone. You see all the fat is drained, everything. So this is gonna go inside a plate. Voila. And after we just pour back the fat on top.
Wow. Oh.
You have this crunchiness, most of the bread inside and the flavor. Nice.
I think if I ever make it to heaven, and I doubt I will, but if I do, I think this might be the first thing they're going to feed me.
Thank you.
This is unbelievable. It's rich, like you said. You get the butter, the fattiness, but then with the breadcrumbs, that crunch and a little bit of the herb at the end. Everything stays fresh despite how rich and sort of dense it is. Pierre,
Thank you very much.
thank you so much.
Yeah,
This has been a
merci.
real treat to spend some
Merci.
time with you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have another bite.
Please.
Thanks for watching. I'm Brian Friedman, a City Search Scout here in Philadelphia. You can check out my blog at thefood-drink-and-travel-report.com. For more information on the restaurants we visited today, check out the links in the box below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already to catch the great City Search Scouts across the country and all the amazing food programming on the Hungry Channel. Until next time, I'm Brian Friedman, and I'll be eating salad for the next month.